I have a dream that white people and black people and even people with short arms will one day be able to reach the back of the salad bar. Please, I beg of you, I just want the peppers. Just the peppers. Tee-hee. Hi, Anna. It's Friday, January 25th, and I know that Martin Luther King Day was Monday, but I don't really care too much. I mean, it's inconvenient. I do my videos on Friday. Martin Luther King Day was on a Monday. They really didn't plan that out well. It has been almost 50 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his famous I Have a Dream speech. But not everyone has experienced that dream. Homosexuals are not allowed to marry in some states. Women are being paid far less for the same work that men do. And there are little to no good musical roles written for people with differing abilities. Nessa Rose, that bitch. And even Crutchy. I mean, it's obvious that that kid can walk. He's an amazing dancer. I hate him. MLK Day should be a celebration of how far this country has come in the past 50 years. But it should also be a constant reminder that not everybody is experiencing the equality promised in the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men, as in mankind, are created equal. But as the good doctor once said, we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We can't sit back and trust the government to fix these problems. Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves. The slaves put political pressure on the government that won them their freedom. Just like in the civil rights movement, they put political pressure to obtain their unalienable rights. And all communities that are currently not experiencing the equality need to do something about this. This is your call to action. But don't call to action usually have a catchy theme song? I got you covered.
Let us rise up tonight with a greater readiness. Let us stand with a greater determination. Let us move on in these powerful days. These days of challenge to make America what it ought to be. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. I'm not worried about anything, I'm not fearing any man. Our eyes have seen the glory of the Lord. 1962, when Negroes in Albany, Georgia, decided to straighten their backs up. And whenever men and women straighten their backs up, they are going somewhere, because a man can't ride your back and listen to his back. 1963, black people in Birmingham, Alabama, aroused the conscience of this nation and brought into being the Civil Rights Bill. Later that year in August, I would try to tell America about a dream that I had. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. I'm not worried about anything, I'm not fearing anything. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight
That we as a people will get to the promised land. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.